music goes on and on, my friends. Some people started singing it. What is up, everybody? Hunter with Lost Socket Garage. Welcome to our Mustang channel. Today we are going to be shopping for Mustangs that were born in the dark. I'm sorry, I don't really have any of my ADHD medicine today, so it's gonna be a wild one today. I hope everybody's doing okay out there in YouTube land. Well, if you guys haven't watched the show before, I'm going to tell you a little bit about us. Lost Socket Garage. Hi, I'm Hunter. Basically what we do is we take Mustang coupes, we cut them in half, and then we turn them into Mustang fastbacks. And the reason for that is Mustang coupes are very cheap. Mustang fastbacks are very, very expensive. So we can make one for cheaper than you could buy one, usually. But what that does for us is it puts me, specifically, in a situation where I have a special set of skills. I will find you! What is up, everybody? Eric, what's up? You need help. Yeah, I could use a lot of help. You know, therapy, it's expensive these days. You know what I mean? Smash that like button. I appreciate it all. So, with Mustangs, if you want to buy one, but you don't know anything about them, this show is for you. Or, if you're wanting to buy a coupe and have it turned into a fastback, this show is for you, because we're going to find good deals. We're going to show you exactly what these cars are worth by looking at live sales data. And then we're going to talk some Ford news. Ford has some, they're going a really different direction, kind of, right now. We're going to get to that in a little bit. Man, we got a ton of stuff to get into. So, first off, disclaimer. I'm just a guy sitting in front of a computer, in front of Marketplace. Do your own due diligence, right? Feel free to ask questions below. Just know, my shop neighbor is calling me. Hey, Derry, if you're listening, do not let Steve come into this office. You tell him to go outside and let the wind blow him away. I forgot what I was saying. Yep, it is completely off the rails already. So what we're going to do here is we're going to take a look at the base value of Mustang fastbacks. I think I did the disclaimer, do your own homework, kids. Shit, it's going to be a fun one today. Yes! So, typically what I say is a car is worth what someone's willing to pay for it, right? So to really get an idea of what these cars are worth, we want to look at actual sales data. The issue is that's not terribly easily attainable unless you know a guy. I'm that guy. Now, we're not sponsored by Classic.com, even though I've reached out to him multiple times. But we do use this tool quite often to look at actual values because they pull, statistics, actual sales data from all of the major, auction houses and Mecum and Hemmings and Bring a Trailer and just a ton of them more. So basically, if you look over the course of the last year, based off of 32 sales, the average cost of a fastback is going to be around $64,000. Now, most of the fastbacks that are going to be listed on Bring a Trailer or Hemmings or selling at Mecum, etc., most of those are going to be finished cars as it is. So you're looking about 60 to 70 grand for a real fastback to start with. With that in mind, let's get into... Oh shit, that's a good deal. We're jumping on KSL. So KSL is local to me. I don't know where you guys are watching from, but it's local to me. Four Corners area. It's kind of a classifieds website that's attached to a news channel. So this covers, like I said, Four Corners area. The inventory on here, since it's a little bit smaller than Marketplace, it doesn't turn over as much, but there's a couple of new ones on here. For reference, here's your 67 to 68 fastback pricing. Let's see. And then let's see what the coupes are. Okay, here we go. So hardtops, Mustang coupe hardtops, we're going to be in the like 20 to 25 grand range. Long story short, guys. But just to show you the data so you know I'm not nuts. 23 grand for a 67 to 68 coupe. Okay. Again, the majority of these cars are going to be in finished condition. And a lot of them are not even selling. Let's see. Fixed price, for sale. So all of these are for sale. So nothing's really moving right now. Oh, that's because it was just a couple of days or a couple of weeks. Okay. So most of these cars, you know, 20, 25 grand. 25 grand is going to be like, it's going to be a coupe that's really, really nice and completely done. So you guys can see there's a $40,000 to $50,000 difference between a 67 coupe and a 67 fastback. If that blows your mind, I get it. It blew my mind initially too. So that's, with that in mind, we're going to be taking a look at these listings, and I'm going to give you an idea if it's a good buy overall, what I like about it, what I don't like about it, and what it could be used for, whether it's going to be a daily for you, whether it's a coupe to fastback conversion or a long-term project. This is a 65 coupe. Let's take a look, shall we? 65 for 25 grand. So at 25 grand, we're at our very top. So this has to be a done coupe, which so far looks pretty good. Fucking descriptions, people. 65, good condition, runs well, third owner, which I don't care about, not original engine. Doesn't help me if you don't tell me what the new engine is. Radio not installed. My God, just put some fucking effort into it, man. Ugh. Write a description. Just Google one. Have your grandkid do it or something. God damn, I love that wheel. Look how good that looks. AC car. Wow. Interior is a little beaten up. So I'm already out at 25 grand. But what does it have in it? And no pictures of the engine bay. You know what? I'm not going to help you sell this car by doing an analysis. No. 25 grand, price too high. Let's move on to this blue one. A lot of blue ones. We only get the red ones normally. Looky here. $10,000 for a 67 coupe. And this thing is fucking shiny. 10 grand? This is fucking cheap. This is really cheap. And it looks pretty good too. Interior is ripped. I mean, this is super common. At 10 grand, I'll tell you the category that 10,000 falls into. 10,000 is going to be like your starter, daily driving, needs some work coupe. Or it's going to be kind of right in the middle of our price range to buy this car for a coupe to fastback conversion. Because let's say, for example, you buy a running driving coupe for 10 grand. Okay, if you pay me 15.7, it's about 16 grand to turn that into a fastback. You then have a running driving fastback for about $26,000. At that point, obviously, there's still a lot of stuff that needs to be done to finish it. But I mean, even if you throw another, 30 grand into it, you're still less than most of the fastbacks out there, as well as you get to build it yourself, like the way that you want it, essentially. Looks like there's a little bit of rust issue right here. Might be. I don't know. This oxidation on chrome drives me up a fucking wall. Gets all like pitted and like white and poopy. Now fuck, it's V8. Now guys, if you're interested in any of the vehicles I show today, and if they're like relatively close to me, I'm more than happy to drive out and look at these cars for you. Reach out, LostSocketGarage@gmail.com. We offer brokerage services. We offer things where I inspect cars for you, etc. Reach out, ask questions. Happy to help. Zasquatch, what's up, dude? How much is a cowl replacement? I don't remember how much a cowl is, but I can kind of look it up for you. Also, Sasquatch, I'm going to do a shameless plug because I'm going to save you a little bit of money here. So the lower cowls, and I actually, thank you for asking this question because I get a lot of questions about cowls. These are lower cowl patches. Tell me in the comments if you need a full cowl or just the lower, like drop-ins, or just an upper. Really important information. If it's just around like where your vent is and it goes right here, water pools up under here and it really, really sucks. So you'll get a lot of rust under these vents. But if all that's rusted is that vent area, so you guys know, they make a couple of replacements for it, a couple styles. If it's a full cowl, this is a upper and lower, so this one $470-ish. If you guys use the link that is in the description or the chat, and you use, so you click that link and you buy anything on CJ Pony Parts, if you use code LSG2025, you'll save 5%. Got a cool little promo going on with them right now. Save you guys some money. Sasquatch, to answer your question, you're about $500 for parts. And probably, I'm trying to think of the hours on a cowl. You're probably 15 to 20 hours on a cowl at a shop rate of 120. So also feel free to email me again, LostSocketGarage@gmail.com. But you're a couple grand to replace an upper and lower cowl. Just rusted around the collar. What do you mean the collar? The vent collar. If that's the case, man, you can throw a couple of patches in it for pretty cheap. These patches are, well, this is just the collar. So the collars are $40, but if it went past the collar, you'll need to get these, but 100 a pop, throw them in. That would be a lot more straightforward. We'd probably be, 5 to 10 hours into that, something like that. Again, LostSocketGarage@gmail.com. Can get a little bit more into the weeds. A little bit more into the weeds. Guys, I started watching King of the Hill, the new season, and I tell you what, it is a funny damn show. That's a damn good Hank Hill. No description. Guys, at 10 grand, this is not far from me at all. 10 grand, this would be a really good candidate. No description's worrying me a little bit. But, it looks pretty goddamn good. The things we're going to worry about on a car like this are going to be the frame rails. If we look here, this spot is where your engine panels overlap. That's always rusty, but that's not a hard fix at all, right? It's a cheap fix. So this one is a sick fucking deal for anyone that wants their first Mustang and or wants a good candidate for a coupe-to-fastback conversion. Let's see. Drop-ins seem like a pain. I'd rather replace the entire thing. Been there. It's work, but it's well worth it. I'm also willing to look in the Portland area. Thanks, Patrick. I appreciate it. Yeah, it does also, Patrick, that's a really good point. 20 hours for just the metal work. The windshield is no issue at all to take out. It's very, very short, but you'll have to pay for a new gasket on it. But again, this is all if you're doing a full cowl. If it's just around the collars, it'll be a lot easier, but it's still like taking out. There's a lot of wiring up in there. So it's kind of a pain in the ass to get to. If it's rusted anywhere else on the cowl, just do the whole fucking thing. That's my vote. Got some good price. Let's take a look at this one. Guys, if you enjoyed the content, like, subscribe, helps out the channel immensely. We hit a million. We hit 1 million views on our YouTube channel. I was pretty fucking pumped about that. It was a happy moment for me. 66 for 11.5. 11.5. Car runs well. That's good. All parts except the carpet. The places that you need to worry about rust, honestly, on coupes and fastbacks, it's pretty much the same, guys. It's at the bottom of the car, right? So down here by where the drop down meets the quarter panel, around the wheel wells, this is very notorious for rust. The bottom of the quarter panel right here, water settles in the corners of the doors. Repop doors suck. Those are a pain in the ass. Fenders are cheap. I wouldn't worry too much if like fenders are rusted out. They're not bad at all. 11.5. Nope, it's got a straight 6 in it. Sorry. I like this car at like $6 grand. That sucks too, because it really looks like it might just be a little bit of surface rust here and there. But so you guys know, the 6-cylinder, oh, that's been patched in the corner. That's been patched. You literally, okay, so when you guys are doing drop-ins, you don't have to use this lip of the drop-in. Like, that's part of the extra stuff that you cut off. Like, there's a reason that corner's gone right here, right? Like, you cut this shit off. Sorry. I digest. Do you get it? Digress. Digest. Yeah, 6-cylinder really is a deal breaker, Patrick. It sucks. The body's in good condition. Floor's definitely been done, but like the metalwork's been done on this car, some of it. But that 6-cylinder, it's just not worth 11 grand. Like, no one wants the 6-cylinder. Yeah. Let's take a look at one or two more here on KSL. For you convertible guys, this might be a good deal for you. Guys, hit that, smash that heart and like button. Send me some emojis. Those emojis make me smile. Oh, wow. Sterling is professional as shit. I didn't know you could get KSL verified. Is that like the LDS version of Meta verified or something? That's weird. No description. What is it with people not entering a description and only having one photo? Nope. I'm sorry, Sterling, that is KSL verified. You shouldn't be KSL verified, because that's a shitty ad. That's a shitty ad. Here's a Mach 1. This thing's been for sale for a while. Oh, hey, that's not bad. Another really common rust point on coupes and fastbacks. Right here. Right along the front of your frame rail, there's a bumper support that pops out right there. Rust gets back in here because they didn't need to like seam seal it or anything back then. These always rust. Again, not something to be terribly afraid of as long as too much of it isn't rusted. They actually make just a plate that replaces just this outer frame rail piece back to about here. And it comes with the threaded bolts for your bumper support in it. So really not a big deal to replace that. It's a pretty good deal. It's a real, fuck. Nope. This needs a lot of work. Oh, I do remember this one being on here. I mean, it's got stuff, but this thing needs a shit ton of work. This thing needs a shit ton of work. What was this price? This price was $18,500. 351 Cleveland, automatic trans, run dry, blah, blah, blah. All original, zero rust rot. Oh, yeah, this dude got me on a soapbox like a month or two ago because he's like, no rust. No, it's only surface rust. What the fuck is that? Right there. Right there. Right there. It's right there. Okay. I'm gonna keep drinking my coffee. This one. That site you go to, what does the 6-cylinder coupe go for? Honestly, I have no idea. It doesn't, I don't know if it has, I mean, I would assume like 5 to 10 grand, but it doesn't. So I've gone through the categories and they don't have an i6 subcategory. So you have to like go through. And again, I've reached out to these guys a couple of times for like not just a sponsorship, but also like maybe an API, because I kind of like data and charts and stuff like that. And if these guys had an API and you could you know, throw it into a spreadsheet, you legitimately could, like, dissect all of this down to, you know, what motor it has into it, etc. But they won't give me any access to any of that shit. Not yet. I'm not cool enough. I'm not cool. Lost Socket has coffee to offer. We do! Stop beating my promos. Patrick, you're jumping the gun. You're jumping the coffee cup. Link in the description. Okay, let's look at this one. Drifty Bits, I think, sent me this one. Where's that guy at? Really like this one. Does the coffee come in pods? No. It comes in a 1-pound bag. Coffee pods. Eric, you're so bougie. Look at you. 13 grand for this. Guys, also, if you have stuff, you know, if you have stuff, if you guys have, like, cars you want to send me and stuff, LostSocketGarage@gmail.com. Just haven't really had the bandwidth to, like, set up a Facebook community page, and I'm not 100% sure how to do it so that you guys can just throw it into, like, a community chat or on a discussion board. I don't know how to do that shit, but I'll eventually get around to YouTubing it. And then you guys can just throw, like, your suggestions on there. Until then, shoot them over to me on my email. There was English in there. Oh, fuck, Batman. This looks nice. Look at this dash. This dash, literally, the dash looks like it's doing this right here. It's just doing the wave. Other than that, though. Ooh. Yeah, that's pretty. Okay, so rust in the usual spots. Overlapping engine panels. V8, wow, we didn't read the description. Nice taillights. So guys, when you do a coupe to fastback conversion, you can keep the stock tail panel. So we don't have to transfer that over, which is cool. No, I mean, let's see, 13 grand. Pros, runs and drives good. Excellent interior with new headliner. Well, that would get cut off. Seats and carpet, 302. 3-speed automatic, no rust. California car. Cons. Was just painted by previous owner. It was a very poor job. Brake light's not turning on when I press the brake. So it's not road legal. Just stick your hand out. Like that. You know? That's definitely not the hand signal for stopping now. I'm lazy. I like fresh coffee. Keurig, fresh coffee all day. I don't blame you, dude. Well, you should have gotten the Keurig with the grinder. Be bougie. Eric. Brake lights. Overall needs some love. So this one falls in kind of a couple of categories. It's in a really good condition. I don't see any rust issues with it. This would be a good first, like, hey, this is my first Mustang. It would be a fairly decent candidate for a coupe to fastback conversion. Fairly decent. The reason I say fairly decent is currently the car kind of looks good. Like, he says the paint's shitty. I believe him, because if they say the paint's shitty, it's really shitty. If the paint they say is fairly good, it's horrible. But if you cut this in half, you're not going to use the back half of this car. So, like, the coupe, these interior panels go to waste. This whole back seat, which looks like brand new upholstery. I mean, you could sell this shit, but I don't know. This would be a hard one. If you would come down to like 11 on this, I'd probably take it. But again, big things on these cars, because if you're going to do a coupe to fastback conversion, or if you're going to send it to me to have one done, make sure the frame rails are okay, torque boxes, stuff like that. Those are the important things to look at. You're not going to see that stuff on 90% of these ads in the pictures, so you have to go out and look at this stuff. That's why this show is here. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? To show you guys what to look for. Okay, we've covered all these like a billion times before. All right, we're going to get into a little something different here. This is the interactive part of the show, as if the rest of the show is not the interactive part, but this is the really interactive part of the show. First and foremost, if you haven't subscribed yet, man, do it. Helps out the show. Secondly, this part, I want your guys' opinion. So I don't know, raise your hand or drop a heart if you guys have read about the new Ford Universal EV platform. It's the same platform that they're going to use for their new tiny truck. It's a $30,000 truck. Like, that's what it starts at. But it's kind of following this reinvention of, like, getting back to simpler. I feel like on so many fucking things we are just coming full circle. Like, tell me if I'm wrong here. Let's see. I gotta catch up. Grind it. What's up, David? How are we doing today? Randy, the turn signal switch is bad on that red 67. That's why his brakes don't come on. Yeah, no, I agree. Randy, I'm sorry I yelled at you earlier. I got told I was a little loud singing my song this morning. You have to understand that I get that coffee, and there's a bell curve on my coffee and my caffeine and my ADHD medication. And man, when those intersect, it's fucking go time. Oh, yeah. So the Ford Universal EV platform, essentially what they're doing is they're going to do a Lego style, okay? If you guys haven't heard of the new Slate truck, I haven't done a lot of due diligence, so pardon me if this is like, if I'm a little off on the information. But the Slate truck is like a Bezos-backed electric vehicle that it's basically like Legos. It's a really, really low starting price, like $20,000 or some shit like that. But that's just like a work truck, right? And then you can add on, stereo systems, and you could, it basically gives you the option to buy it as a bare bones, and then everything just kind of clicks onto it, which is it's a fucking weird thought, but like it makes sense. But at the same time, they've already been doing this shit for fucking years. So I'm curious. So they're trying to kind of reinvent the assembly line, essentially. Okay. I'm going to show you guys this little graphic because it helped me understand. Nope. Not this graphic. Don't want to listen to people. Here we go. I'm going to do the narration for you. This is the classic Ford assembly line. You have one dot, and you get this put on. Then you get this put on. Then you get this put on. Then you get this put on. And then it gets a little bit bigger each step of the way. The new version, it kind of looks the same, but it looks a little bit different. Meaning we're going to make it into 3 pieces separately and then put it all together at once. It goes click, clack, clink. And then it blows up 500 miles down the road, or cuts your finger off or something stupid. I don't know. So this is an interesting thought. So essentially they're making the cars as individual units, not the full car, but pieces of the car in modular units. And then basically here in their little grafty graft thing, hit pause, damn it. So they'll make like the front half of the car, the chassis will be made here, the back half of the car's here, the front half of the car's here, and then they just click it all together or whatever at the back. So what it allows them to do is off the same platform make a truck, an SUV, a van, a car, some shitty looking crossover probably, another one from Ford. Like, it's kind of a cool idea, but I want to know if you guys actually think that this is going to be the future of the cars we're going to buy. Are they going to be like sectionals that we build out like at a furniture store or some shit? Is this really going to keep prices down, or is it going to be one of those things where like, yeah, I can buy this truck at 20 grand, but if I want it to turn a couple of different directions, then I need to pay extra for it. And if I want it to have wheels on it or brakes, I have to pay an extra $5,000, blah, blah, blah. So I'm really curious about this, because having it as an electrical system allows you to really make it modular, right? I don't know. Let me know your guys' thoughts. I've been grinding on this for like a few days, thinking about it, because like every car manufacturer has been doing this shit for years. Like the Mustang is also the Cougar, right? Like the new GTO was the Holden Monero. The 0506, 0406 GTO was a Holden Monero. Like, they've been making chassis that go to a truck, an SUV, a van, etc., and just putting different shells on them for years. So, like, are they just putting a prettier name on it and just charging us less for the shit now? I don't get it. Let me know your thoughts below. Weigh in. Do you think that the Slate truck, that the Ford Universal Vehicle EV platform, do you think that that's going to be the future of auto manufacturing? And secondly, is it really going to keep the fucking prices down? Because I don't think it will. I think China's going to come in with a bunch of dope-ass vehicles that are like a third of the cost, and Ford's not going to be a thing anymore. I don't know, though. I could be wrong. Sorry to tell you, Hunter, it's not the coffee. Are you sure it's not the coffee? Are you sure it's not the coffee? No, it's definitely not the fucking coffee. I have sprinkles of things that only God could imagine. Nope, it doesn't go vroom vroom. I know, right? Depends on if you order it or if you buy it off the showroom. Yeah, okay, so that opens the whole secondary market. Like, if we think about this for a second, if I was to purchase... Holy shit. If I was to purchase, let's say, like their little EV truck, and I wanted to turn it into one of their shitty looking crossovers, right? Would I be able to buy the EV truck secondhand, like I buy it from someone or I buy it from the dealership, and then later swap it over, clickety-clack, into a shitty crossover looking thing? Not that I want to, because I think everything that Ford makes right now looks like dog shit. I think 90% of the new vehicles on the road look like shit. But I'm just curious. Because they're basically doing what I'm doing here, man. They're just cutting the car in half and plopping a new one on the back. You think I could sue for, like, copyright or something? Ford, I've been re-engineering your cars for, like, 5 years now. Doing this stuff. Not going to buy an overpriced golf cart. Yeah, dude, it's really a good way to put it, man. Why do they have that new assembly line in the shape of a USB power cord jack? Yeah, I think it's... I think it's to demonstrate that it's going to be a modular system. Like, again, the chassis is made at one point, and then the front of the car is made at this point, and then the back of the car is made at this point, and so they are just putting three pieces together versus having an F-150 roll down the line, and then, you know, it gets the chassis here, and then it gets the electrical here, and then it gets the motor and transmission here, and then the interior here, and then the paint here. It's all that shit, right? So I don't really know. These guys make a lot more fucking money than I am. It doesn't necessarily mean they're smarter than I am, but I'm going to give them the benefit of the doubt that this is going to be faster? I don't fucking know, man. Back to it. Back to it. We're getting back into the classifieds. First off, guys, I need to do an ad real quick. And it's sponsored by... Man, it's sponsored by me. So, and I'm saving you guys money. So, here's an ad.
Now, we get asked a lot here at LostSocketGarage, Hunter, where do you get all your parts? Well, it originally was kind of a complicated answer. We are dealers for a major metal stamping company. However, recently we've developed a relationship with CJ Pony Parts. And part of the reason is we found ourselves ordering everything else from them. So, for example, all of our interior pieces, our trims, our Ride Tech 4-link suspensions. They even make stuff for like Broncos and newer Mustangs, but we don't really give a shit about those things. We like classic Mustang stuff. We even get all of our metal pieces for our conversion kit at CJ Pony Parts now. Now, part of the reason for that originally was they actually sell stuff that I can't find other places. Let's use Dolly here as an example. Now, chances are if you pull the carpet up on your classic Mustang, it's going to look something like this. Now, Dolly is in great condition, but no matter how good a condition a car is in, a lot of times you're going to have rust in this area. So instead of just buying a full floor and a full firewall to cut out exactly what you need, CJ Pony Parts actually sells drop-ins for the floor, but also, most importantly, they sell a floor-to-firewall patch. Now, the rust always goes up in here as well as down under the floor, and CJ Pony Parts is the only place that I've found that sells this style patch to where you can cut out exactly what you need instead of having to purchase an entire firewall just for 6 inches of rust. So, if you need parts for your classic Mustang or Bronco, consider using CJ Pony Parts. And if you're like us and like to make bad decisions and work on old cars, the good news is CJ wants to save you a little bit of money. So, follow the link in the description, use code LSG2025 at checkout, and they are going to save you 5% on your entire order. They always have stuff in stock, and they carry stuff that no one else does. Back to it.
You guys like my commercial? I wasn't singing or yelling in it, but that's the good news, guys. Follow the link in the description or the chat. It's a pinned comment. If you guys need Mustang parts, Bronco parts, new Mustang parts, etc., CJ Pony parts, we get all of our parts there now, even our fastback kits. It's still all Dynacorn stuff, but CJ stocks so much stuff that it makes a lot more sense for me to get everything from CJ. And so working with those guys, recently we've been kind of putting together some stuff. We put together a landing page for the coupe-to-fastback guys, so that they just have a pre-made kit that you can order. And then now they're saving everyone, watchers of the show, and everybody that uses that code 5% on the total order. So LSG 2025, and Patrick's already on it and putting it in the section down there, save you a bit of money. Like, subscribe, that also helps the channel. Onward to shopping. Oh, marketplace, oh marketplace. I sandblasted our first Mustang in a tent, almost exactly like this. That was the first and last car I have ever sandblasted. Guys, okay, so this kid came around it was like 2 days ago or something like that. He runs a mobile sandblasting business. I didn't even know that was a fucking thing, but they use like glass media and water, and they can sandblast an entire fucking car like in your driveway, and you won't even know it was there. That's way cool. So you can like if you guys get a Mustang and you're like, well, I want this sandblasted, I'll be like, oh, okay, well, bring it here. And then he sandblasts the car, then I cut the car in half, now I make it into a fastback, and poof. You know? That's how the science works. Pardon me. Okay, sorry. 67 GT. 460 conversion. Whoa, C6. Oh, shit. 9-inch rear and posi. Drum brakes. 9-inch rear end. Posi. Drum brakes. What's wrong with this picture? Recently restored, new quarter skins. $9,500? Fuck, that is cheap, man. Okay. Okay. What happened to the rest of the radiator sport? Just that's stage 1 weight reduction. That's stage 2 airflow enhancement. This car, if you look at this picture, like this car is going to be kind of fucked up. And you look at this picture, you're like, wow, that's really shiny. I don't know. I'd have to look at this one. Thornton's far though. $9,500 is a great fucking price point, honestly. It really is. As long as there's not a lot of rust on this car. You do need a new rad support, but like, who cares? I opened up Facebook Marketplace, and this popped up, and I've been waiting to look at this fucking thing. 69 Mach 1. It's... No, that's not what I wanted. Oh, man. That's a great color. Those are ugly-ass seats. Why do they look weird? This looks... let's see. Oh, that's not even the real fucking car, dude. Ugh! I hate people who do that shit. I was getting all fucking rock hard on this end. You heard a... You know, when I saw this... Then why do you have it painted in this? That makes no goddamn sense. Getting deep darker. James upholstery. Okay, I'm just confused at this car. I don't know if it's done. If it's not done, I'm not reading. Let's see. We looked at this one last week. 25 grand for a fastback. No engine, no trans, reinforced rear suspension, clean Texas title, 25 grand. Why do you cut those out? Will Woods, I've shown this one a few times. Like, I think it's probably a good deal. It looks like the metalwork's done. Places that you really want to worry about rust, especially on fastbacks, it's going to be around these wheel wells and then into the drop-down area. There's always rust right here, but it looks like this car's had the majority of the metalwork done to it. Oh, yeah. The suspension setup alone, I mean... that's the hard part. You know, that's kind of why we need to look at these things, because you look at this and say, hey, it's a $25,000 car, and it doesn't run, doesn't drive, it's not painted, it is not even all one color. But this car, when it's done, most likely is going to fetch 60 to 70. You know what I mean? So, like, if this is a car, if you're doing the work yourself, this might be a really good project for you. If you're paying someone else to do it, you could still probably break even on it. Maybe even have a little bit of value in it, but you're going to be pretty close to just breaking even just by buying anything, you know, a done fastback, if that makes sense. Moving on up to the east side, deluxe apartment in the sky. 302 12.5. So this is in Ogden. I know a guy in Ogden. You guys might too. Al's Mustang Garage. Good dude. Follow his channel. Let's catch up on comments. PRST, same but different. Yeah, dude, I think that they're just oversimplifying shit that they're already doing with Ford and the new assembly line shit. I don't know. The next 5 years in the automotive industry is going to be really weird. It's going to be fucking nuts, because no one's going to be able to afford $70,000 trucks to start with. You know what I mean? That's me. What's up, baby? Go follow Al's Mustang Garage. He does all the shit that I don't. How long will it take to get if you have it custom built? I have no idea. I have not done a lot of due diligence. I'm assuming... So what I think Ford did with this, it's not like this is brand new to Ford, okay? They've been watching what other car companies are doing. They've been watching what these Chinese companies... There was even Ford came out and did an interview, and he's like, these Chinese companies are going to whoop our ass. We cannot compete against their technology for the price that we need unless we make changes. And I think that was kind of like his little precursor of, hey, we've been doing a bunch of due diligence and developing this system on the back end. And then they waited, most likely, this is all, you know, my thought on it, they waited till the Slate truck launched to see what customer feedback and like pre-orders and stuff like that would be. And then they hit the gas hard with this one platform thing. So I don't even know when they plan to launch it, to be honest with you. It's going to be... Can you imagine the fucking recalls that are going to happen on that car? Like, Ford is already recalling hundreds of thousands of cars. Like, when I was trying to find this article, I was like Googling Ford, and the first 10 things that popped up was Ford recalling stuff because things are falling off of it. Ford recalling trucks because they stopping. We even did a whole video on Ford and Takata airbag recalls. I encourage you to check it out, especially if you're new to the channel. I do a full breakdown on like the recalls they had fucking last year, and now they're doing like I don't know. I'm not convinced this is gonna work. I got sidetracked. Hey all, something to think about. Hunter does a great job reviewing these cars. Some are up there a long time. The longer they are up there, consider making the owners an offer they can't resist. Really good point, Patrick. there's not a lot of turnover on some of these cars, and you see why very easily. So, for example, this car, it says it's been listed for 11 days, but it's been listed for like fucking 6 months. He just keeps relisting it, right? The reason for it is he's asking $48,000 for a 67 coupe. And I think it has a fucking 302 in it. It's a beautiful car. Like, we can take a look at some of the pictures here running through it, but coupes are just not worth that much. Like, it's fully built, nice radiator, beautiful interior, headliner looks amazing, like fully redone, beautiful fucking car. But the issue is this guy probably dumped a bunch of money into it and he's trying to recoup his investment. They're just not worth that much. That's why I'm here. To help you. I hate this hood alignment. This hood alignment scares me. Freaks me out. 302, automatic okay, so, I mean, here's a good example. Okay? This car... I don't want to shoot myself in the foot here. It doesn't look like there's any rust. The interior is in decent condition. It's got a 302 in it. Like, this car doesn't look bad, and it's listed for $12,500. This car has also a 302. It's been restored, has a nice dash, and it has, like, everything's a little bit more updated and a little bit newer. Beautiful car, again. But why am I paying an extra fluffing $36,000? Do you guys, do you realize how long it took me to do that math? That was sad. I apologize. No, not yet. But I mean, again, this is an automatic, so yeah, it's a little bit cheaper, but this is going to be a good car. So for example, this one would be like, hey, your first V8, your first Mustang, something like that, a really nice coupe just to drive around. This would be an awesome fit for you. This would be a little bit towards the higher end range if you're looking for a donor for a coupe-to-fastback, even though there is some metal work that needs to be done here. Oh yeah, I think we saw this car a little bit earlier. You worked on that car? Which one, man? Was it this one? This red one? Oh, of course. I mean, it's in Ogden. Of course, you worked on that car. What would you? I don't want to put you in a pinch here, bud. Do you think it's worth $12,500? Tell me your honest opinion. Then ship it to Hunter. Do his magic. Oh, you converted it to a 4-speed. One pair of Jackson prices for him. Yeah, no shit, dude. That blue one is outrageous. I mean, that's why it's been listed for so long. The blue one, though, is overpriced. Oh, you did? The blue, you worked on... Bro, what did you do on it? Because, like, I keep saying it's a beautiful fucking car. Like, it's so well done. But the dude probably spent too much money on it with some highfalutin Mustang YouTuber to get it all resto modded out. Now he's trying to get his money back. How dare... I'm just fucking with you, dude. It's a beautiful car. Like, whatever you did on it, it's probably awesome because it looks dope. It's just the dude's trying to get too much money out of it. This is way better of a deal right here. 65. Oh no, let's stay away from it. This is the one where he's selling like 3 different cars for $12,000, and a couple of them are newer Mustangs, and then there's this fucking paperweight, and only one of them has a VIN number. Stay away from shit like that. Let me do dumb shit like that. You don't do it. Oh, you put disc brakes on it too. It's a beautiful car, man. I seriously like it. It's just wants too much money out of it. Let's see. 289 V8 restored 7 years ago. A couple quirks. 60 years old, man. Everything has a couple quirks. I'm 40, and I got more than a couple quirks. Restored about 7 years ago. I love this paint scheme. The blue with the black striping on it. It's a great look. Car runs and drives. Starts right up. We drive it shows. Also has front disc brakes. Spelled brakes wrong. 20 grand. Oh, 19 grand. Oh, they did the... God damn it. They did the vents black too on it. I kind of like that look. That's not bad at all. Interior's nice. 19 grand might not be a bad deal for this car, honestly. I mean, I'm always going to haggle, you know, on these cars, but 19 grand, like they're averaging from 20 to 25. This is a little under that. It's got a couple quirks. I like it. I think that's a good deal. I can even look at it for you. It's in Orem, not too far away. This is how much money? What the fuck? 427 all real. Bleh. $78,000, guys. Am I high right now? Can you verify that I'm looking at 78000? Like, I get it's a fastback, but it's fucked. Like, what does it matter? Like, 427 is an awesome motor, but like, this isn't going to be a numbers matching thing. It's not even done. It's not even fucking painted. No. No, no, no. The guy who owned it when I worked on it sold it to the... Oh. Yeah, I have a couple of those floating around. Like, this is... 78 grand? No. Hard no, bud. I don't know what and could... I mean, you're 20 grand, 15 to 20 grand into a paint job on top of that, and you still have to put fucking interior in it. That's ridiculous. That's a horrible price, man. Let's see. Let's do one more, and then I'm going to show you guys our new addition. Why is this 17 grand then it's not painted? Brown interior. So pretty. Yeah, overpriced if it still needs a paint job. No rust, though. That's cool. Sorry, I had to click on that one. I wanted to see it real quick. I smell it here in Washington. Yeah, dude. Yeah, that shit's crazy. Hey, by the way, hope the wedding and everything went well for you, Patrick. Let's find one. I'm not looking at that one again. 1469. We've actually looked at this one before. I'm trying to find like a good deal. You know what's a good deal? What I'm going to do? I'm going to show you our newest edition. Roll tape. This is Dolly. I think I put some music behind it. I don't remember. This is our new 67. Dolly. Like Dolly Parton. You guys gotta know why I named it this color. It's from a car show family. Like everybody, you know, in the family had car shows or had cars and car shows and stuff. $289, highly optioned, deluxe interior minus door cards, AC, power steering. It's got a cool custom paint job on it. Not that that matters anymore. Vinyl top, obviously, because I buy those cars. Now, guys, this car is going to be for sale. If no one buys it ahead of time before I start cutting into it, then I'm going to probably turn it into, I don't know, probably a Shelby clone or something like that and then sell it. But if you are looking for a coupe, to build a coupe-to-fastback or have me build a coupe-to-fastback for you, this one is going to be a really good buy for you. It's a killer deal. This one we're going to be selling as is for $8 grand. I'll do the metal work for you. But selling it for $8 grand, you're going to pay me $15,700 to turn it into a fastback. I mean, you do the math. You're around $24, $25 for a running driving fastback. Again, solid price point. All you got to do is put the rest of the interior in it. A different Mustang shop close to me, Mustang Ranch, redid this a long time ago. And they didn't put the deluxe store cards back in it, so I don't have those. Eric, catch you later, buddy. 9 to 5. What a way to make living. That's me pointing out the rust. Yep. couple of drop-ins. We're going to do Florida Firewall on the driver's side. We're going to do a couple drop-in pans. Really solid car. That is why we buy vinyl tops. Right there. Right there, kids. That's Dolly. That's going to be... I haven't like ordered a kit for it or anything yet. We just have it. So if you're looking for one, LostSocketGarage@gmail.com. I would be happy to build that one for you to suit. It is a really, really good starting point for you. If you guys are enjoying the content, like, subscribe. If you want to help support the shop a little bit further, we have a ton of merch. We have coffee. Link is in the description. We got coffee mugs. We got our Money Problems Mustang shirt. We got Not All Burnouts Are Bad. I'm always like designing new stuff and putting it up here. Lots of cool stuff on the website. Follow the link in the description. It's not LostSocketGarage.com. I had to do one through Fourth Wall. So use the one that's in the description or the chat. And if you use discount code COFFEE when you check out, you'll save 5% on all your merch. That's my plug. Much appreciated. Thanks for hanging out. Let's get into our picks of the week because we have like 3 of them. Okay? I'm excited. Okay? First off is our What in the Country Fried Fuck pick of the week. Here it is. What in the country fried fuck is this? What the fuck is this? Can someone tell me, A, where is the fucking transmission and what angle is it at? Secondly, this is the first time I have ever seen mufflers welded in as part of the bumper of a vehicle. Secondly, thirdly, fourthly, fifthly, what the fuck's going on back here? What is happening? 84 Tacoma with a roll cage and some other shit and a lot of custom fab to hold a Ford 400M. Someone tell me what motor that went into. This is literally twice the weight of the rest of the vehicle. Oh my God. Message me if you're really interested in taking over this project. I won't reply to this is still available because I am busy building my next crack truck. Holy shit. I didn't even look for that. Yes! Yes, it gets better. Oh, he got a roller. Oh my God. This is $1,000, ladies and gentlemen. Look at this welding. Oh my God, what is happening here? What is wrong with the roof? What fell on it? What'd you hit? What'd you smoke off of it? What the fuck is happening? Oh my God. This is so awesome. I can't even, and here's the thing, is I saw this and I was like, yeah, this is going to be my What in the Country Fried Fuck pick of the week, but I didn't even realize that the exhaust was coming out the bumper. It just keeps getting better. Next pick of the week is our shop pick of the week. You know, because I like stuff. This is where you pick out something really cool. Something I want to buy. Let's see. I've seen it. Dang good solid car. Yes, this is so redneck Utah. Yeah, it's rough. 71 Oldsmobile Custom Cruiser Wagon for $9,600 in Broomfield, Colorado. Man, do I love Oldsmobiles. They are so goddamn pretty, and it's a wagon. Look how comfy this looks. You guys remember like when you used to sit in these seats, you like sit down and it just goes like deflating a balloon. Pinch your fingers on these headrests because you're fucking with your parents too much. Slam the headrest down. Yeah, I've been there. Ooh! To get the little adjustable mirror. $350 big block. Oh, it's not $350. 350 small block, 4-barrel carb, choppy cam. Saginaw 254 first gear. I want to pop a wheelie in this bitch. This thing is so goddamn cool. Let me LS it. There's no rust on it. Great buy. Because there is no rust on this fucking thing. Just kidding. There is rust on this fucking thing. $9,600. I'm taking it still, though. On to the last pick of the week, which is Derry's pick of the week. Now, Derry has an interesting taste in cars, and basically he picks something. He throws it on my computer screen, and I don't look at it until live. I have to get through the rest of the pictures of the Oldsmobile. I wonder how much this glass is. So, it is time for Derry's pick of the week. Meow! Wow. That's fucking dope. All right. 12 grand? These are only 12? Wow.
It's so pretty.
All right, Derry. Derry, all right. Okay, Derry. Derry, okay. Okay, Derry. 12 grand. That's a good fucking deal, man. It's out there in Santa Quinn. Beautiful. Ford Model A reproduction. Oh, it's a Shay car. Okay, yeah, I've seen these before. These are like the kit cars, kind of like the Factory 5 is to the Shelby Cobra kit car. That is dope as shit. That's a classy pick of the week by you, Derry. Congratulations. And no car listing is complete in Utah without a picture by the old Sinclair gas station. And on that note, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you have a wonderful week. Thanks for hanging out with us. Like, subscribe, do the algorithm shit. Consider picking up some coffee or a coffee mug. Help support the shop a little bit further. Make sure that you're getting your parts from CJ Pony Parts. They'll save you 5% if you use code LSG2025 at checkout. And until next time, don't be a dick. Do what you love. As always, never be tamed. Peace! That is a good pick. Derry had one, man. Crackhead Mario Kart. I do need a wagon. Okay, so I've had a wagon. I like wagons. I'm a wagon guy, but I'm really specific. I had an A6 Avant wagon, and that thing was dope as shit. Minus the oil leaks that come along with Audis. I loved that wagon, and I really want a muscle car wagon. Like, it's so pretty. You know why? Other than the fact that it's fucking awesome. It's functional. Like, I can just duct tape my kid to this back seat right there. It'll be fine. She'll be fine. I was fine. I got thrown around a 72 Impala all the goddamn time. Where's the hatch? See, there's so much room. I could put, like, welding tanks back here. You know? I want this car.
I want all cars.
Beep, 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 beep.